So, the vision board is something that I really hated up until now. I feel like I'm starting to find myself a little bit more. The last couple of months of 2021, I was still kind of lost, but I felt like I was getting closer to figuring out who I wanted to be and where I wanted to go with the next year of my life. And now that I have goals that are, one, realistic, and some are a little far-fetched, if your vision board does not include a couple of things that seem far-fetched or a little scary, then you are doing your vision board wrong. Dream big, think big, and be positive. I feel like a vision board will help to keep everything in order, intact, and put me on the right track to accomplishing those goals. And I didn't want to make goals because I was so disappointed in myself if I didn't achieve the goals, or I basically had a very negative mindset, right? Hey, it's Simone SHARICE. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is a mix of lifestyle, hair content, and a bit of tech, okay? Honestly, you might get a little bit of everything on this channel. Fast forward to the end of the year, I started to figure out a little bit of where I wanted to go with the next year of my life. Then came the vision board. My like for it appeared. So in this video, we're going to be making a digital vision board. It's going to be informational, inspiring, and to the point. So keep watching. The good thing about a digital vision board is it's never really complete. You can add things, you can take things away as the years go by. When you start the year off, you have all these goals and expectations of who you want to be or what you want to do and what you want to achieve, right? But maybe in the middle of the year, you might realize that who you thought you wanted to be or what you wanted to achieve is not what you want anymore. So the good thing about a digital vision board is you can just delete the photo off your board and replace it. So to create our vision board, I'm going to be using Canva. If you don't know what Canva is, it's basically a website where you can design free products, free graphic design, free graphics, free logos, and so forth. But if you just want to do a simple vision board, honey, it's free. Since we got all that out the way, for this part, guys, please do not overthink this vision board and do not strive for perfection. This whole vision board is for you. No one else but you. Forget all the aesthetics and the color matching and all the things that just don't matter. The whole point is to really worry about the details. So with this vision board, I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. What are some things that you really want this year? What are the goals that you really want to achieve, whether it's big or small? What is something that you lived this long without and this year you're like, no, this year I am going to go for that. I am going to strive for that. Whatever that is, whatever those things are, write that down first. Start off with a list. So for this video, I'm going to actually use my iPad. You can use your computer, you can use an iPhone, you can cut out pictures from a magazine. There is no specific way to do this. I mean, obviously we're doing digital, but if you don't have access to that stuff, make it work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my vision board. So I'm gonna go down my list to give you guys an idea of how I organize this. So for me, I wanted to put more effort into the way that I present myself. I wanted to start a new hobby. I wanted to perfect my cake making skills, bigger sponsorships, especially for my food and cocktail brand. I want love, creating my own mixology and cocktail set, tapping into the home industry, about 500,000 subscribers, working out more, continue pole dancing, nutrition, eat healthier and make more healthier choices, Prada boots, consistency, a specific amount of views per video, open to trying new things, organize, travel more, really making Done by Simone a thing this year. If you don't know what that is, it is my food and cocktail page on Instagram. Make sure you're following it. Being more positive and working on financial goals. Once you've made your list, you can go ahead and go on to your next step. Your next step is to find the photos. I highly recommend using Pinterest because the photos are free. If you don't know what Pinterest is, it is basically an app or a website with just all photos. It's really addicting, but it's so inspiring and so fun, and you can find literally every photo, every idea you want to think about on there. Now, if you don't want to make a Pinterest account, go ahead and use Google, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you screenshotted, and go ahead and feel free to use that. So you're going to download all the photos that you want that represent each thing in the list that you've made. So for example, I said I wanted to eat healthier. So for me, I used a bowl of fruit to represent me eating healthier. And then I said I also wanted love. So I used a picture of a couple and they look so in love. So things that kind of represent each thing on my list is what you're gonna basically do. So once you open up Canva, the next step is to basically find the size that you want. Now I used a poster size and then I later on like resized it so that it could fit majority of the background from my iPhone and for my iPad and also for my laptop. I wasn't able to fit the entire picture onto my background for my iPad, but you get the point. The point is, I want to be reminded every day when I go onto my phone, which I'm always on, or my iPad, of the goals that I set for this year. So as long as I'm seeing a snippet of it, that also really helps a lot, you know? Once you've got your poster size, go ahead and upload all those photos onto Canva. Once it's all uploaded, place the photos onto your, we're gonna call this a canvas because this is our work of art, okay? But place all the photos onto your canvas and you can scatter them however you would like. I mean, go wild, have fun, stack them where you want to stack them. If you're going for a certain theme, go for it. Just don't think too hard about it, all right? I kind of placed mine sporadically onto my Canva board, but I also kind of did it where it was overlapping to a certain extent, but not too much. For me, my eyes need clarity, okay? Like if it's too cluttered, I just feel like it looks like mess. So I kind of stacked it enough where it was still visually appealing for me, okay? This was also really important. Now, if you find a quote that you like, make a new page and put the quote on that page, okay? Then go to edit image and go to background remover. It's going to remove the background and then you'll only have the words or the quote or whatever type of verbiage without the background. And with that, you can take that and drag that to your vision board. And as you can see, I actually have consistency written here in smaller letters. And that's how I got that type of word or font on the actual vision board. I also did it with a couple of other pictures as well, like the Bailey's bottle. And then I also did it with this beautiful glass of, I don't know, martini glass or whatever. If you want to add words, head over to text on the left side and add text there as well. I have some numbers added, but that's how you basically get those pictures to have no background. Click background remover. I can't remember if that's the free version or the paid version. I'm not sure, but you should be able to still try that on the free version. Then you want to go ahead and save it. So head over to the right corner, click the arrow, and then you want to click save as image and then only select the page. So we have page 2 here, and then you can save it as a PNG or a JPEG. It's totally up to you. And then it'll save to your wherever you want it to save. This is my vision board, and this is exactly what I want out of my 2022. And it'll be so cool to look back on like at the end of the year and see like what you were able to accomplish and what, you know, what came out of that. Like if your vision board actually worked. But yeah, you guys, I really spent last year being so lost as, I mean, like, okay, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I'm like, I cannot do YouTube forever. I mean, you can, but I don't want to do YouTube forever. I want more out of, you know, what I created for myself here. And I was so lost the year before that, and I just kept trying to figure out, like, I just didn't want to start a new business just to start a new business, you know? Like, I really wanted something that I could grow in, something that I actually liked. But while it was like a great financial year, it was just mentally draining for me. Nothing I was doing, I was actually in 100% light, you know? So even though I'm very grateful, I just felt very empty. I felt like I just felt like I was a hamster on a wheel doing the next thing, and it just started to feel a little redundant to me. So this year I was like, you know, I have to figure out something. And it's so crazy because out of all my years of having so much, like being extreme and having goals that I was actually achieving, for last year I had no goals. Like my mindset was so negative. Like when I say, like, I would start something and be like, what's the point? No one's gonna care. What's the point? Nobody's gonna worry about that. No, what's the point? Like, what's the point? That was my mindset. It was just so negative, and I'm like, why am I thinking like that? I really feel like what we think, we become, and I feel like I keep seeing that quote everywhere, especially when I log on to Pinterest. I think for 2022, for this year, we've had a crazy 2 years. We've had the panoramic, we've had the Omarion, we've had a lot of variants come about, okay? And I'm very confused. I don't want to say it because I don't want this video to be demonetized, but we live in a very crazy world, if you get my drift. Be positive. Let's try something different this year. All in all, guys, I hope you guys really do create your canvas. In conclusion, what's wrong with me today? In conclusion, y'all, I really hope you guys actually create a vision board, have fun with it, enjoy it, okay? Make it visually appealing to your eye. Yeah, that's all for this video. But I'm gonna have a lot of fun videos like this in the future. So make sure if you're new, you go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up this video, comment down below. And for those that are still here, thanks for supporting me. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.